Guys, good Saturday morning. It is a beautiful day here in Crossville, Tennessee. This is Kim from Simply Homespun, and I wanted to show you I'm making yogurt this morning just out of whole milk. And what I've done, I put a half a gallon of whole milk into a pot. I apologize for the light. Not really, but I'm sorry. Not clear. At least it's not clear on the camera. But anyway, I put a half a gallon of milk in a pan and I brought it up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, it would be Fahrenheit. But so now I let it cool. After it reaches 200, you let it cool to around 120. And so mine has cooled. I actually put it in some ice water to help speed the process along. But once that's done, you're going to take this is 2/3 a cup, but just some of your warm milk. And I'm going to use my bullet. But you could use anything. But what you're going to do is take your milk, and I'm adding it's just plain Greek yogurt to this milk. Now, usually when I make it, I don't do this step. I'll move that up a little bit. I just add the yogurt right to the milk when it's cool. But a lot of times I'll still have blobs of yogurt left. So I'm going to do this step and see how it turns out. But I'm just putting my yogurt into the bullet. Now I don't, it's at this point too that you would add sugar or flavoring if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. I use this for smoothies, and when I do my smoothie, I will add stevia to mine, but my kids will use honey or something like that, maple syrup to sweeten theirs. So anyway, I have that in here. So it's just some of the warm milk. Screw this on. But you could use a blender. You could use your hands, but it's a lot of beating to get it all thoroughly mixed. So anyway, now I'm going to turn the bullet on. Doesn't seem to be any lumps, so now let's look at it. Looks mixed. So I'm going to pour it into my yogurt mixture or my milk. And I'm going to stir it around. Mix it all up. And I found a new recipe, and I'll link it in the show notes below. But usually I pour it into my container and let it sit. I am going to do that because it will sit in this pot. It's said, and I don't want to. It's easier to pour right now. So I'm going to get 2 quarts. And I'm just going to pour it into these quart jars, and that way it'll be ready to go. I didn't get skim on my milk this time. I did stir it around a little bit, but usually I have skim. I take it off, but this recipe said you could stir it back in, or take it off or take it off and eat it. That didn't sound too appetizing. Where's no. Okay. I don't know what I did with my. I have a little thing that fits in my jars. I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, I had it yesterday. I'll just have to be a careful pourer. Now this, I did use Greek. Okay, that was a hot mess right there. I did use Greek yogurt for the yogurt to add, but I don't. Oh my gosh, this is why I need that thing. Okay. And then this is how we'll clean up our mess. There's a little. Okay, so we wipe all the milk off of this. Let me move my laptop out of this big mess. So what we're going to do now is, see, this is just keeping it real because I don't know if you can see all of the milk that's spilled all over the counter. Okay, so now I'm going to clean this up. Woo, don't get it on the floor. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, this is why I don't do cooking shows. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to take lids now, and I'm going to put the lids on the jar. And then what you do, I have just I made muffins for breakfast this morning, so my oven is warm. Now my other recipe, well, I have done it in a few ways. You just need to keep this warm. This recipe says 4 hours. My other recipe was 8 hours to overnight. Usually I do it overnight, but this recipe says just put it in the oven with the light on and leave it for 4 hours and it should set up. So we'll see. I've also put my jars in a cooler and filled it with hot, our tap water. We have it set really hot. So I just fill it with my cooler with hot tap water and shut the lid and leave it in my cooler for 8 hours. But anyway, this I'm going to try. Like I said, my oven, I made muffins this morning, so my oven is still hot. And but I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to leave the light on, and we'll check it in 4 hours and see how it's done. Now, hopefully, just pause this video. And resume where I've left off. If not, it may be a two-parter. So this is part one of making yogurt. This yogurt is so simple to make. And, you don't have to have any specialized ingredients. Like sometimes when you make cheese, there's a lot that goes into it. This is just really easy. And every morning I've been having a smoothie with the yogurt, and I'll use Daily Boost. Daily Boost, and it's from the Bulk Herb Store. They're a local family-run business here in Tennessee, and Shoshana is the owner, and she has some awesome YouTube videos. I'll link to one of her videos in the show notes too. But this has um, and I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Eleu, eleuthero root, hawthorn berries, bilberry fruit, ginkgo, burdock root, horsetail, shaved grass, oat straw, all powdered. And you just put a teaspoon of this in your smoothie, and it doesn't really. I mean, it has a little taste, but it's not bad at all. So I use that, and then I'll use chia seeds. Just some chia seed. I just sprinkle chia seeds in it because chia seeds is a superfood and it's really good for you. And then I'll put some fresh fruit, um, pineapple. I get some frozen pineapple from Kroger in a big bag, and I use frozen pineapple a lot because it tastes fantastic. It's really good. So you can use blueberries. You can use I've used strawberries. I've combined them. Banana, of course, is good. A banana though. Has a lot of sugar, and so I don't. And blueberries do too, but so anyway, I don't use those as much for me. My kids love them though, and I just use the bullet and blend it up, and it's fantastic. And it's good for you. So anyway, let me see if I can pause this, and then in 4 hours we'll check it and we'll see what happens. See you in a little bit.